Hey miners, Mining King here. Today we're going to be checking out my 12 GPU rig, so let's get right into it.
As a crypto miner, you know you want your equipment to be high quality. Proper cable management is part of your mining rig, and the Veteran Miner has you covered. The Veteran Miner cables are created with the best materials to ensure they are of the highest quality. Our cables are made of 16 gauge tin copper, ensuring another layer of protection from oxidation and corrosion. We support our products with a 100% guarantee. Visit our website at www.theveteranminer.com and get the best cables for your mining setup.
Alright guys, today we're going to be checking out that 12 GPU rig, that bane of my existence, right? That it's just been messing with me every day, and I do little bit by little bit. When I have some free time, I tinker with it. There's some couple of nuances with it. There's some very difficult because I have so many different series of cards on here. I think it would be better if it only had like maybe 2 different series of cards. I got like 7 or 8, so it's definitely a little hard to work with. But let's get over and let's go take a look over at Hive. All right, so we're over here at my Hive OS right now, and as you can see, the rig is up for now. I played with some overclocks again, and I believe I'm at a pretty good point. Now, I know that these overclocks are not the best overclocks for what I'm mining right now, but I just wanted to get the rig up. I want to get it mining. I don't want it to crash, right? So once this happens, then I'll start doing very small increments, finding out those fine points that will give me the best efficiency for hash rate and stuff like that. It's just really hard to do that because I'm using 2 different miners and I have AMD and NVIDIA. So when it crashes out, the NVIDIA will stay up, right? Or if the NVIDIA crashes, the AMD will stay up. But the problem is when I click reboot on in Hive and it just redoes just a reboot, for some reason the AMD cards won't get picked up. I don't know why. Not sure what it is, if it's like the dual PSUs or whatever, but I mean the PSUs are still on. So I actually have to physically shut everything down and then physically turn the PSUs back on in the correct order and then bring it back up, and then it'll pick up all the cards. So sometimes when I'm troubleshooting this and doing overclocks, it could take a lot of time going back and forth to my garage to do this. So it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but right now I believe I got some pretty stable overclocks. And as you can see, I'm mining the coin that I did mention in Terahash Tuesday, not by name, is Sadix. Not sure if that's pronouncing it right, but I'm solo mining. It's a new coin. It's Kapow, so it's very core intensive. So hence why the water juice on some of my cards are awful. So as you notice too, I am missing 1 GPU. It is one of the Red Devils, one of the 580s. For some reason, it's been giving me a lot of trouble. I might try another new riser, but I've already tried that. Didn't cure it. I'm getting a lot of unknown memories. Where it doesn't know what type of memory it has. Now, all of these I got from Panda, and they're all BIOS modded, and they all work just fine. Like, they've just been sitting in my closet for I don't know how many months. But when I was mining Ethereum with the 580s, they were just fine, man. Those things just ran forever. Like, it was probably my most stable rig were my 580s and my RebTech board. I never ever touched that rig. It was always just on doing its thing. But this one 580 now, and I don't know if it's because I'm mining Kapow, right, that for some reason it usually doesn't pick it up. It usually just stalls out all the time. I don't know what it is. I've only gotten it to work like maybe 1 or 2 times. I've even like lowered put like no overclocks on it. You know what I mean? And just try to even get it to go just full bore, and it just won't go. I've tried 1 or 2 BIOSes from Tech Power Up. There are a couple more from Tech Power Up for the specific model. So I got to work with that. I'm going to put it on my test bench, but for right now, 11 of the 12 are stable and up and running. So that was my goal, is to get the majority of the cards running. And, go through and find the problem child. To find the problem child, though, in this particular, in this setup is actually very time consuming, right? Because I plug these in one at a time. Like I let them mine for half an hour, and I would just turn it off, and I plug one more in, right? Let it mine for half an hour, turn it off, plug one more in, until you get to that one card that gives you a problem. I know it's really it's tedious. It's not very difficult. It just takes a lot of time, right? Because you have lots of cards. So I came across that card, and luckily it was like the fifth or sixth card, so it wasn't like you had to wait all the way to the end. But yeah, that card was it just doesn't like life right now. So I got to figure out what its issue is. So besides that, though, it's going pretty good. We'll see how stable this is. Once this mines for 24 hours and it's stable, and I don't get any errors or crashes and stuff like that, then I'll start tweaking the overclocks. Just very 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 small. You know what I mean by 10 millivolts here, 5 millivolts. You know what I mean. Increase the core a little bit, stuff like that. You don't really want to fine tune stuff until the miner like actually mines for like a day. At least that's what I do, because you want to get something stable, and then this way you can start tuning from there, and then you can work your way down until you get to a point where obviously it's not stable anymore, and then where you are stable at. So now I am considering moving the cards to like an S37 BTC, which is like those riserless mining motherboards. So these guys over here, like you could get them brand new for $70. Now, caveat with that is you don't have memory, which it uses SODIMM memory, which is laptop memory, and you're gonna need a hard drive, right? Not a big deal, or a USB stick, whatever you want to use, right? I got that stuff just laying around. So it'll probably if you had to buy everything, though, it's probably like $100, maybe a little more than that, to get this motherboard, fully operational, maybe less. So, and I would separate it, one for AMD, one for NVIDIA, kind of a thing. I'm an old school guy. You're not supposed to mix them. I know it doesn't matter anymore, but I just like to do it that way. Okay, so let's check out my rewards over at Sadix. Now, it's really hard for me to get because the rig's been going up and down all the time, right? So on and off. So it's hard to get like hash rate on there. But I have hit, I think, like 6 blocks. And this is a new coin. It just recently got listed. It says expected to hit in like 2 hours. But that's because, when the rig goes down, it comes back up, blah, 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 hash rate, and it's just hard to get like steady hash rate on this thing because I've been playing with it quite a bit lately. So, but yeah, this is what I've been hitting. So this is the new coin that I've been mining. Now, the Kingsman will be having a chance to win this at the end of the month. You must be a Kingsman, which is my members for YouTube. They will be winning this chump change meter box with the Drock meter, 240 volt plug. So that'll be at the very end of this month, and I'll be giving this away. So stay tuned for that. So be sure to check out my stream too on Saturday, where I invest $50 every week into crypto, and I pull the crowd, and you guys choose what I invest in. So this is the Mining King giving you the most hashes, and I'll see you next time.